Hello again, everybody. You're welcome to another episode of the Now Show. Today I'm so excited. It always gives me so much joy when I have my sisters around me.
Yep.
I have today with me another partner of the show, my sister, my friend, Charity Baba today. Charity, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
God.
I'm so excited.
I am super excited because I have been waiting for this day.
Wow.
And thank you for
Wow.
coming,
My absolute pleasure anytime. What you're doing is truly amazing.
Thank
truly amazing.
Thank you, Charity.
Raising a network of overcomers and winners.
Yes, thank you. And she is an overcomer and a winner. Well, our partners are overcomers and winners. Anyway, today's episode, we're going to be talking about struggles that the young people have growing up. So we title it Overcoming Adolescent Struggles.
And they do have a lot of struggles.
I know.
They do have incredible.
I know.
Sometimes it's amazing. You begin to wonder that, did we ever grow up?
Honestly.
But I honestly don't envy them. It's a tough time to be a young person, a teenager and a young adult.
You can say that, but and it's amazing that you say that, because even when I think back and look back to our times, we have struggles as well.
We do.
So, I mean, they are growing up in a different world entirely now, and I'm just wondering, and thank God you're here to be able to help them so that they know how they can deal with some of these issues. I remember when I was in school, I struggled with the kind of subjects I was doing, because everybody at home, everybody felt, Bossa is so brilliant, so she should be doing science. And I remember going to the science class and one day
tell me about it.
My God, I was doing science for my form 4. For the first half of the term, I was actually in school. And one day in physics class, my physics teacher looked at me and said, I'm sorry for your parents.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes.
Wow.
I would never forget that day.
Wow.
That was the day I packed my bags gingerly. I moved to the art class,
It reminds me of something similar that happened.
Yes.
For some reason,
Yes.
I thought I could do further math. And I went there, and this is my Indian teacher.
Yes.
Hey, nobody told me before I told her. I said, excuse me, I'm not doing it again. Because it was tough. But our own struggles had to do mainly with academics and all that. But now, that's not even the problem.
I know.
That's not even the problem. Yes, they have academic struggles. And honestly, the kind of homework and assignments that they come home with. I'm amazed. Sometimes I have to think back that, wasn't it in secondary school that we learned some of these things that the primary school students are doing? Wasn't it in uni that we did some of that?
Yes.
So there are a lot of struggles, a lot of issues. But I'm sure one by one they will overcome. It builds resilience in them if they know how to handle it right.
My prayer for them is that they overcome.
Yes,
and thankfully, people like you, the work you're doing, Charity, oh my God, I am so impressed. Because the work you're doing is actually helping a lot of parents out there and a lot of these young ones. Because it's so amazing that at least they have a resource center. They can call you, they can call you out, they can call up your outfits, they can get to talk about things. And the survey that you do, I've been a part of this your journey from there, and I'm amazed, and
No, but we had to start doing that survey because I realized that there's a problem we have. I find out that a lot of parents tend to be in denial. And they think, I'm very close to my child.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the child is just telling them what they feel the parent wants to hear. And the reason is because quite a number of parents, unfortunately, do not really give their children the opportunity to truly express themselves. It's either they say, I'm the parent, I'm your father, I'm the one talking.
Hi.
Or they tell them, no, this is not it. Do you know what? You are still a young person. No young person, no teenager, no young adult really likes to be told that. Because what you're doing is you're making them feel as if they do not have a brain. Meanwhile, they're growing up truly independent.
Yes.
We're pushing them out there in the world. We're saying to them, be assertive. But we're not really allowing them that opportunity to.
Yes.
And what happens is that if we keep making choices for them, then they can't make choices for themselves. And there are too many issues. With the best will in the world, we cannot be with them 24/7.
Yes.
So what we can do is give them the skills. Critical thinking is one of the skills. The skills that they need to be able to make choices in this world that they're living in.
Yes. I think the mistake a lot of parents make is that we always think back to our times. I mean, who were we to talk back to our parents? Who were we to question what our parents said? Not realizing that times have changed.
Totally.
The way we grew up is not the same way our children are growing up. So I think the parents need to get that first in helping these young people deal with their struggles. We need to understand, that it's different now. So, and they have so much they are struggling with.
One of the things I like to say, boss, and I like to tell parents is that the objective of parenting hasn't changed. It is to raise well-balanced, fully functional adults.
Yes.
However, the method must change. We need to realize that the way we're doing things, so it's like saying you want to make a phone call and you're going to P&T. There's no P&T to go to. All you do is you pick out your phone, you just press numbers, and you're talking to anywhere. In fact, if you have a smartphone, you're looking at the person who is several thousand miles away. But at the end of the day, the objective was you wanted to communicate.
Yes, and you're communicating.
With parenting, you want to raise your children to be fully functional, independent.
Yes.
Your method has to change. You cannot use analog to raise children in the digital world. It's not possible. It cannot work. And one of the tools that you must embrace is communication. I didn't say talking to, I didn't say lecturing. Communication.
Yes.
Communication is a two-way street. They talk, you listen. You talk, they listen. Because there is a place for the wisdom that we bring.
Yes.
There's a place for the experience that we have gathered.
Yes.
But there's also a place for talking to them. You do not want your child to present the front that they think you want
to say.
And then you hear a story, and then
you're wondering, is this my child?
And it is your child.
Yes.
Because your child is totally different because of the pressure that you have put on them. So we need to be very mindful of that. The survey, you talked about the survey that we do. It's called What We Wish Our Parents Knew. And I realized, because one of the things I do is I go and talk to children quite a bit.
Yes.
Teenagers, young adults in their schools or in the camps and all that. And I realized that there were a lot of things that the children were dealing with, but they were unwilling or unable to talk to their parents about it for fear of what they call the Niger parent reaction. And Niger parents, we've gotten a lot of flack because of everything we're shouting. Apostle must hear, everybody must hear,
The Niger parent syndrome.
So Niger parent syndrome, a lot of drama and all that. So they
but our children actually think we're drama queens.
But we are drama.
Niger mothers.
No, but we are drama queens. You want to kill me? What is the problem?
We like drama.
We are drama queens. The father may not, he may not dramatize too much, but
they are too busy. They are too busy chasing the money.
Or they are just thinking that when I catch you, I know what to do.
Just one.
So we found out that there was a huge gap.
Yes.
And there were a lot of things for parents to be able to bring their wealth of experience to bear on their children.
Yes.
We need to close that gap. And that's what that is all about. Because honestly, there are real issues. And the children actually, truly, it may sound strange to us, but they really want to hear from us.
They do.
They do want to hear from us.
Really?
Yes, they do. It's just the manner in which we say it. I don't know what it is. Our style of communication sometimes is very sarcastic. Let that thing break. What is wrong with saying, don't be careful? But we must always come from the, I'm watching you. You want to kill me. Before you kill me,
I'll kill you.
Why don't you just speak? So they're wondering that. I mean, this person will just start again.
Oh, that syndrome of, I didn't kill my brother.
So
you can't kill me.
So we just need to learn how to communicate with them.
Niger mothers.
I'm telling you.
Sometimes even I have to tell myself,
calm down.
Because you need to stop.
But if you don't calm down, if you have children like the ones we have, they'll tell you, why are you so extra?
Honestly.
You're too extra. Everything, what's the problem? So we need to calm down. In fact, for yourself, for your own self-respect, it's better you calm down, because they can use style to just throw some shit, and you'll be wondering, how did I get myself into this? But at the end of the day, it's all good.
God help us all. God help us. Something I heard recently, which I want to bring up, in the young dealing with some of the struggles they have. I was hearing the story about a young lady who came home to her parents. She brought home her girlfriend, her supposed friend, who was who was her friend. They were coming from the same uni and everything like that. Of course, the parents felt good. Oh, this was your friend. She's another girl and everything. And they go up to the bedroom, and they're there. And a few moments later, only for the mother to walk past the room, and she's hearing moanings and everything from the room.
Okay.
And in Nigeria, apparently they are in a relationship. They are having it's not a platonic relationship. So, and the excuse was, and I hear that that's what they say, that it's safer. My parents would suspect, if I was to bring a boy home, they would ask questions, they would do this. Sis, it's
no, but the truth of the matter is that it is. But maybe the reason why I'm not sounding so shocked is because I have found out from the survey that we do that same-sex relationship issues and same-sex related issues is very prevalent. There was once I went to talk to a group of young people. I think there were about 200 of them.
Yes.
And in the course of talking, randomly, I just asked them, how many of you have been approached by people of the same sex? I kid you not, 70% of them in that room put up their hands.
So it's a real struggle.
Oh, it is a real issue.
So it's a pressure that they have to deal with.
Oh, yes, it is.
Because even if they were not meant to be that way, it could be somebody comes to approach you.
Oh, yes, it is.
Wow.
But let me tell you part of there's so many dimensions to it.
Yes.
One of the things that gives me concern is that, you see, if we do not talk, and that's why I'm such a big advocate for talking.
You are.
If we do not talk to our children, something else will be talking to them. Social media will be talking to them. Different ideologies will be being passed at them. And what the world is saying is that you have to embrace diversity. That's what the world is saying. That's what social media is saying.
Because children are global
so
citizens.
they're actually being bullied. We're being bullied when they now describe you as being homophobic. But you're not homophobic. Yes. I don't hate a person who has chosen that their lifestyle is lesbianism or gay. But it just does not align with my values.
Yes.
And I should be free to communicate that to anybody. So your child should not be made to feel that they're doing anything wrong. If they have a friend that is lesbian or gay, I'm talking of a platonic friend.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
But do your children have such strong values to know that this is not my belief and I'm entitled to my belief just the same way the other person is?
Yes.
Hopefully they would realize that there are drawbacks to some of the choices, because for every choice we make there are consequences. So I realize, look, this same-sex thing, Niger parents, listen to me, it is real.
Very real.
Very, very real. Your children are being approached. Now, there are a number of us that are privileged to have our children see two sides of the world. And we must realize that in Nigeria, it is a criminal offense. 7 years, 14 years, same-sex relationship. It is a criminal offense. So they need to know that. Now, when they go abroad, it is legalized in certain countries.
Yes.
So they also need to learn the art of how to deal with it. Where in Nigeria you can shout and say, leave me alone, no, I will report you. And everybody will run. You can't go to a city where it has been legalized and start shouting. They will wonder that they will tell you that you are homophobic, they will tell you that you are discriminating. So there's a way you manage those things. Those are some of the skills that we need to teach our children. Not when your child comes and tells you that, do you know that one girl was talking, a female, your daughter comes to you and says, do you know one girl was talking to you? And you say, hey, God forbid, not your portion. It's not a matter of God forbid, it's not a matter of there's nothing to reject there. Just tell them, okay, so what did she say to you? She said this. What did you say to her? I said this. Okay, so how are you going to handle it? When next she comes, just tell her I'm not into girls.
Yes.
Simple. Can I be honest with you? And parents, we know this. Saying no is not easy. How many of us say no to Ashwebi when they bring it? It's not easy now. If it was that easy, when they say no, we just say that I don't want the Ashwebi. But we collect it and then we think, how am I going to pay? So one of the struggles that our children deal with is saying no is not easy. Saying no to somebody who is their friend. They've been friends in school, they hang out together, they go out together, they do whatever together. And all of a sudden she says, I like you. And first of all, you're a bit confused. I want you like me. How?
Exactly.
How do you like me?
Yes.
And then she now says, why don't we just, and your child is sometimes shell shock.
Yes.
Can make you do things you don't want to do. But then if you have spoken about it and you have even role played and you have even practiced, okay, assume that I'm the girl now, talk to me, what would you do? Assume I'm the guy, what would you do? Then they're better able to handle it. If you don't give them any tips, then they don't know what to do.
That's right. Saying this is interesting because I've just thought back because I went to a girls' only secondary school, and I remember being in boarding school, and an older girl came to me and she told me she liked me, and I was wondering, liked me in what way, how, and everything like that. And the first thing I did was to break down and cry, and I was wondering, okay, where is this coming from? And she would stalk me. When I say stalk, I would wake up in the morning and see her at the foot of my bed. And then I didn't know how to deal with these things. And my mates and even seniors in my dormitory would laugh at me. We just say, oh, and there was nowhere to go.
But you know what?
Now,
you were lucky.
children, yes.
Because being a senior, she could have decided to victimize you. She could have decided to punish you on duty and take advantage. So especially so you can imagine